Okay, today we're going to learn the halachas of garbage removal and yomtov. There is three parts to it. Part number one, how do you remove the garbage from your table? I'm not going to talk about it today. That deserve a whole shiur on its own. Then there's two parts. The other two parts, removing the garbage from your home from the garbage container, and then the other part, removing the garbage from your backyard to outside to the garbage pickup from the city. Happen to be by us going to be tomorrow a garbage pickup. So when you take out the garbage from your driveway to the street to have the city pick it up, and also after that, if it happens on Yom Tov, are you allowed to bring back the garbage container after they pick up your garbage back to your driveway? So like this, the second part of, like I said, from you taking from the kitchen the garbage to your container and your backyard, that's not a problem, because as we're going to see now from the Gemara, the Chazal allowed us to do that. Now, to take the garbage from your driveway, from wherever the garbage outside in the container, in the driveway, or the backyard, and to take it put on the street, the short answer would be, it's better not to take it on Yom Tov, leave it there before Yom Tov for a pickup, like over here, we're going to leave it out today for a pickup for tomorrow, and after they pick it up, it's better not to return it. I said better because you could find a little here and there some loopholes how to do it, but better again to take out the garbage before Yom Tov, leave it there out for a pickup, and after they pick up the garbage, don't bring it back. Okay, that's the short of it. Now a little bit where it's coming from. So the Gemara in Beya Daf Lamed Vav Amud Beis. The Gemara is like this. That's from the Mishnah. Quote on the Mishnah. Kli tachas adlof b'Shabbos. If there's something leaking from your ceiling, from your roof, you could put a bucket under the what's leaking over there. And the Gemara says, "Tana im nismala akli shoyvech v'shoyne v'ena nimna." If it's gonna fill up, you could spill it out and bring it again, even though it's something you have no need for it. But again, as we're going to see why they allowed it. Now, the Gemara says a story, Berechai da Abaye dlof, also the Kama Derab. By Abaye, he had in his house Rechaim. They used to grind the grain in the house, or so another room next to the house, and there was a leak over there. And the Rechaim, as Rashi says, they used to made out of mud. It was with a lot of water, it could fall apart. So he came to his Rabbi, told him, what should I do? Omar le zil ayle lepurech lahosam. Go bring your bed to where there's Rechaim, where you grind your grain. Put it next to it. Spend some time over there. The levike graf shel rei ve'apke. The halacha says the Chachomim give us permission on Yom Tov and Shabbos graf shel rei. If you have a kli with garbage over there that you don't want to be next to it, they allowed you to take it out from where you are. So here it wasn't mamish next. Abai was not next to this grinder, the Rechaim. So put your bed over there. Bebele is going to become like it bothers you to be with such a mess over there. Then you could take the Rechaim, that grinder, take it out, because the Chacham allow you to remove graf shel rei, a container with the garbage, to take it out.
Huh? He has to move himself over there in order.
Very good. But then Abai had a different problem with that. He didn't have a problem with moving himself to there. He had another problem. He questioned his Rebbe, he asked him, if it's there when you're eating on a Shabbos table, let's say, or you're in the kitchen, it's garbage, it becomes something that's not bearable to leave the garbage or the give you permission to remove it. I should move myself to the garbage and then say, it's a graf shel rei, meanwhile, while he was arguing with his Rebbe, the Rechaim of Abaye was destroyed. Because again, as Rashi said, it was made out of mud, a lot of water came on it, and destroyed it. Omar Taiseli, the Avre Adamar. It says, I deserve this because I was arguing with my Rebbe. I should listen to him. I was arguing with him. Meanwhile, my Rechaim broke, he says, I deserved it. Anyway, so now, we don't know yet the halacha like Rabbi, like his Rebbe or Abaye. From the story, Mashma B'Pashtus, like if he regretted, he says, I deserve that Mashma, you ask him to his Rebbe, that you could do graf sharei lechatchila. I mean, you could move your bed to the place that they're going to bother you, then you could remove it. Okay, so we'll see. It's not the poshut. Oh, then like this. Amar Shmuel, graf shel rei v'obi shel meir raglayim mutar lo tzion la'ashpo. Oh, so that's the halacha we need now. If it's graf shel rei from your kitchen, the halacha of your graf shel rei, a container that's unbearable to sit there the whole time, it's filled up, you want to take it out. It says mutar lo tzion la'ashpo, you're allowed to take it out. Now, when you bring it back, you have to put some water over there. Now we're going to see what the idea of the water, because this container on its own, it's already muktzeh. The only way you're allowed to remove it back, to take it out was graf shel rei. Now it's not graf, you just need the container to refill it. you need to put water, and agav the water, you could
Move
bring
it
it.
back.
Oh, what the water going to help you? So the Rashba says, the water, if you put in that kind of water, nobody going to be able to use that water. So it says, you could give it to your behemoths. It's still roy for the behemoth to bring that water. So agav the water, you're moving the container. Otherwise, mashma, the container is muktzah. You cannot bring back the container otherwise unless you bring it agav the water. Okay, so that's what we see. That's the origin of this Gemara. Now, if we look in Hilchas yomtov, so the Mechaber says like this in Simon Tov Kuf Yud Ches Halacha Hey Lo Yitzik Rav Shel Rei Ulachziro Kedina b'Shabbos Kachdina b'Yomtov, and it sends you look in Hilchas Shabbos Simon Shin Ches. So it tells you the kids are like. I'm not going to repeat. It says all the halachas I wrote in Hilchas Shabbos. The guy this Indian. So look over there. Same halachas as Shabbos applies over here. Obviously, in Shabbos you have to be one thing more careful. The Gabbai, if there is different Rishuyos, Shabbos has more problem with the Rishuy than Yom Tov. But otherwise, the halachas. So in Shin Ches, in halacha Lamedaled, Lamedhei, it's short halachas. 4 halachas talks about it. Kol dover metunaf, anything that's dirty, nasty, gone rei v'ki v'tzoya, eventual order, eventual tarnagolim, v'chetzabon, im oyu b'chotzer sheyesh v'bom, if you're sitting and you're eating on your porch, let's say, or you're eating on your backyard, and it's over there, something that nasty that bothers you, mutar lo yitziyom la'ashpo, or lebesakisa, you're allowed to remove it to the garbage place or the besakisa. Yeah, va'afilu b'loy kli, meaning you could touch the mukta itself. It doesn't have to be inside the kli, through a kli or like through agav a kli. No, the mukta itself you could move. The Gemara discussed this issue also. Okay, meaning if it doesn't bother you, the only thing bother you, meaning it's in a place in the backyard, the smell would not bother you. What bothers you, maybe a baby gonna go over there and gonna mess up with the dirt, is gonna get nasty. So then he says that there's no heter to take it to the garbage, then just cover it. So basically, if we translate this to today, if your garbage outside on your in your backyard, so it doesn't bother you, people keep the garbage the whole week over there, and it's covered. L'choira, you're not allowed to take it out on Yom Tov. That's not graf shel rei. It doesn't bother you. It's sitting there a whole week. Okay. Then say this. Next halach. Also lachziram. So it comes out after the city picked up the garbage. You cannot bring it back. Also lachziram. Now, let that take this one out of the way. L'choira, today that heter would not work, because the whole letter that the Rashba brings, because it's roi lebehemus. We don't have any behemoths today, and there's halacha on the same Shin Ches and halacha Choftet. The Shulchan Aruch says, "Kol shur roi lemachel chayav oif hamitzuyim." All the teirim it's a roi lekelev, roi lebehema. Only if it's a motzu, if you have such a thing. Yeah, mutaldim levim and a roi ela lemachel chayav of shenan mitzuyim. Let's say, yeah, I could give this to some cow, but I have to go a few miles to find that cow. I don't have cows around here. Then it's called shenan mitzuyim. Im yesh lama oisam min chayav oif mutal letalto lemachel roi loisam vim lav osur. So that heter the Gemara giving us, fill up water in the garbage, bring it in. Today, l'choira, it's not going to work. The olden days, they had behemoths in the house, they had all kind of animals in the house. You could give it raw to them. So agav the water, you could move. Today, we don't have what to put in something that we could put in a container that we have a need for it over there. It's not. It's probably only going to make a mess, because I'm going to put my garbage over there. It's going to make a more mess. So it's memele. So that garbage container, after the city picked up the garbage, it's muktzah, and you have no right on Yom Tov to bring it back. Now, then it's like this. L'gabe this Indian, somebody might think, okay, so again, l'chatchila, take out your garbage before Yom Tov and leave it there till after Yom Tov, bring it back then. Somebody might think, if I forgot to take my garbage before Yom Tov, the rabbi gave a eitzah to the Abayah, put your bed over there, so I'll put a chair over there, and I'll move it. No, it's not a good heter. It says, first of all, like this. And oisim grav shari l'chatchila, dahainu lahavi dover she'osid limois. You cannot put l'chatchila such a thing. It's only b'diavad helps. The reason a rabbi gave this heter to his Talmud Abaye, that was mokem hefsed over there. He knew it's going to get destroyed. Otherwise, lechatchila you're not allowed to do it. Only b'diavad. Plus, that's one Indian. Plus, there's another Indian to it. All this based on the Rishonim. That another Indian to it could be bichlal the Abaye disagree with Rabbi and halacha like Abaye, that you're not allowed to do it. He said that, I didn't listen to my Rebbe, but Lamaitze, he disagreed with him that you cannot do lechatchila such a thing. But Mokem Hef said, you're allowed to. Okay, anyway, so Lamaitze, you can. Also, another thing they said, here is the Bes Yosef that says that the idea of taking your put over there, he says, only if it's והראש כוסף בתשוב בחילוק מוקצה יתירו לטלטל גרב של ראי ואני מילה בבייס אבל בחוטר מוקם שאין אודו מקפיד עולוב לא The case of Abaye, that was somewhere inside the house. It was leaking the roof over there. So that's you're allowed to do. It wasn't bothering you because you were not next to it. You could go inside the house. Over here in our case, if it's bechutza, it doesn't bother you. It doesn't. It's not. I mean, the whole week is there. Mashma, it's not bad. Why would you go put your bed? That doesn't help over there. He said. That's heter of the rabbi told Abai, bring your bed over there. Yeah, only if it's a place that would it's shy.
Potentially.
Yeah, it's in the house. Yeah, okay. Then he says also. Then also the Meforshim, the Rishonim brings that when you're allowed to do such a thing, even let's say, it says only when you bring over there something permanent like bed and table to eat. You cannot just sit over there for 2 minutes and do that. You're showing it's your kviyus over here. You bring a bed to rest over there, bring a table and to eat over there. Nobody's gonna go put a yomtov, a bed or table and then a chair and start eating next to his garbage container. So it's not practical halacha. So the only heter you have is to take your garbage before Shabbat. Now there's another heter again. All this heterim. The best thing is to take it before yomtov. The Mogen Avram says, "Nirali dimu mole." Meaning, if it's so filled up, your garbage during Yom Tov, especially now a lot of families getting together, it's a big mishpachas, so it's a garbage overfilling and you forgot to take it out. He says then would be allowed. There's another heter. If it's already interfering with kvoid abriyas, it's not good for you and others. The way they're looking at it, it's already compromised with kvoid abriyas. Again, all these loopholes and heterim. The best thing is to take it out before Yom Tov, like I said, and to bring it after Yom Tov. Yeah. Also, the other heter is over here. He brings from Yam Shel Shloimeh, the Mogen Avram. The dafik is tzorich lefonas olav shel lachzir tzorich lo yitzibah itzoya. Only if you're going to have a need for this container, then you could put water, bring it back. You're going to have some need in Yom Tov. Over here, you have no need. If you have a garbage, you could take it straight to the container outside, sitting on outside water. It's covered.
You have animals. You don't want it to take it back.
No. We have covers on our containers. Yeah. What's the difference in your backyard or it's over there?
They give you a ticket. That's the problem.
Oh, so that you could say, but Mokim, I don't. First of all, I do believe they have understanding for the Jewish holidays, and they don't give tickets. But if there is Mokim Hefeder, then you could use loophole. But as far as I know, there's no tickets over here. Again,
if there was, it would be a tzad to bring it back.
Okay, you're asking if there would be a ticket mitzad Mokem Hefsed. Okay, I have to look more into it. Yeah, as far as I know, they're not going to. First of all, I tell you why they're not going to ticket you right away. They give you a warning. Yeah, if there is something like this, to remove it, they give you some time. So if we're talking about tzach hakel, it's a day or 2 days could be a problem. Yeah, so so it's not shaykh over there. Hefsed b'chlal and mitzad muksa. It is muksa on its own merit that container. The only heter you have to take it, but it bothers you inside the driver. But it's like Mogen Avram said, kvod abriyas. But even then, like I said, you should take it out before Yom Tov, because that's itself is not a poshut. What you could argue what's kvod abriyas, because you have your garbage container the whole week. All of a sudden now it becomes kvod abriyas. I mean, and that's you forgot, and it's too much garbage. You can take it. So the chassidus take out the garbage container before Yom Tov, and you will return it back after Yom Tov.